Ding ding. Bathroom Productions, creating Ormus by Leslie Jones. Okay, what's going on here? Let me explain some stuff. I've been getting some gold and penning it. Buying penny gold, only from a couple of specks. In my sink I have another tray which the secondaries fall into. And I've been using a grain sieve, teeny one, scoop up, scrape out, get out all the fine grains, find the gold in the fine grains. The weight determines whether it's heavy and it's gold. You have a finer strain. If you get batteries for electrodes, be careful when you wash them, because you can make your very darkened, fizzy containments. If you use metal electrodes, you'll find rusting happening. See the browning? That's rusting. So that's the corroding part of it that causes the rusting. A lot of people believe in having a magnet and somehow see if it will attract any metals. But generally speaking, we want to repel them, not to attract them. So they'll just go back into themselves. So here it is. This is the saline solution that I've had going for 2 days. And I have on the top I have a bottle cap. Because I was sick of all the fumes coming out. See, this one has fumes coming out. And this is just my bathroom window, and it's all going up into the house and breathing up in my bathroom. I've got to shut the door with a towel or something and let it fly outside. So I made a piped hose. It goes outside, and that gets the chlorine gas to go out instead of poisoning me. Okay, so what I've got is the same as always. 2 wires, a positive and a negative. The positive one is always up on the top. And you have the copper wiring far away from the water, because should that corrode into that greeny stuff, because of the copper, on the wiring it is copper wiring, and the copper drops into the solution, and you end up with really horrible acidic copper sulfate or whatever it is, a coppery substance. Ruin all your Ormus productions. For fun, I used the positive electrode is a transformer, which is covered in many metal parts, and a lot of bubbles are forming, getting rid of the hydrogen out of there. And the pH, I still check each of them. See, with this one, I want this one to turn into 14 and become sodium hydroxide. So I hope you heard that. Okay, so it's only at, it's gone over 10.9. 8 to 9, so you turn it off, let it come down. You can put vinegar on and do that. I don't do that. I let time lower it down, because it can make the Ormus disappear if it gets over 10.78 pH. Okay, so always turn off your pH tester. I do have litmus paper. So I suppose we might as well do one of those. How about that idea? Okay, I'm going to get around. Dip it into over 10 amount pictures. I think say 10 is a dark greeny colour. Alright, so dark greeny. Ta-da! The answer is there's only a little line of greeny. Maybe the environment's mucked this one up, but I don't know what colour it is. And the other one, greeny. I see greeny. Greeny, greeny, greeny. That's a good sign. Stick it next to the ones. Okay, so we want purple. Dark purple, deep purple. For sodium hydroxide. If we're indeed going to go that far. So sometimes I just get it up to 10.7 and I swish them off at the wall and then I stick all the whatever comes down the precipitate, which seems very sparse on this one. I've actually taken the precipitate out of it previously, so that's why it's so thin and like water. This one, there's a mild amount of precipitate on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, that's pretty quick. But there is some. I have had quite a lot of it. Enough to have, out of all of this, it's just made out of 2 rock salt bags, and 1 table salt. And I'm endeavouring to create sodium hydroxide. One of them, the other one, I'm just bringing it up to 10.7, and if it gets over, then I'll let it drop down a bit. But I'm just always bringing it up to 10.7 to see that I can collect up any precipitate down the bottom. Then I transfer it over the bulk of the precipitate. I tip off the salt, saline water. If it's too watery, it gets washed. This one has had a wash, though today it will need the rewashing process started again because it has all the precipitate from all 3 that were full of saline pushed up to 10.7, and I harvested all of it into this one, and I washed the other day's one, and today I've added them in, and now I need to wash that 3 times again. I think 5, some people say 5 washes. I think 7 is the ultimate amount. But with this, you know, yes, you are making this type of caustic stuff, but the main thing is that it's not sodium hydroxide that's been so pure that you have to wait for a year. With this one, you don't have to wait for a year. Using electrolysis, simply bring it up to drop out. It almost drops out to the end state, and then the end state we collect in bulk. Well, it's very fine compared to the Dead Sea salt. But this is just using normal New Zealand water. And they say don't use, you know, tap water because it's got all the metals and stuff. Well, that's why I've got a magnet. The thing is, I wash and wash and wash and wash, and many washes until it's clean. See, if you ask me, I think sodium hydroxide just gets this end state stuff, and it can convert into many forms, including all the pH levels, which I've got on my computer to say. They can be soaps, they can be many things, in it, as well as caustic soda, which is sodium hydroxide, just another name for it. Lye, yeah, I tried that. Yeah, you can go and get some chalky-ish, charcoal-y stuff. I mean, you can burn some wood, get some charcoal, and you can put some straw from the lawnmower clippings that's dried out, chuck it on your garden until it dries out, and then use the straw, and you have to filter it a lot, just to get some washing soda. But I don't preferably like the stink of the smell of the soda, so I prefer to just electrolysis my way up to the pH, get the water at the electrical level, and it almost naturally will occur. And here's proof that it does. It mightn't be as super white, but it's a percentage nonetheless. The day for yesterday, from this whole mix, I managed to make a cup of combination Ormus and salt, table salt, or grinding salt crystals. I cooked them in a pot on my stove, brought it to the steam, brought it to the boil to kill the germs, then I brought it to the steam, lowered it down halfway to bring it to the steam, and yeah, pretty much it became crystals. Smelled like bread, and also tasted like salt because I put more salt in, just because I was greedy enough to get more Ormus from the bugger all that you get in New Zealand. Yeah, so you can keep on bringing it up to level. This one will have not much because it's not much salt water. Though I haven't watered it down, I made it very thick in salt.